So, with December 5th right around the corner, I think every day that passes, people around college football are less and less surprised when players enter their name into the transfer portal. However, that being said, anytime you see a bunch of players from the same school enter their name into the transfer portal, it is a little bit alarming, and because of that, today we need to take a look at the Texas Longhorns, because Texas is already set to lose 7 individuals to the transfer portal so far, and because of that, we have to ask the inevitable question. Is this something that should concern Texas fans, or is this just the state of college football in 2022? Something we've got to address, but in order to do so, I need to hear from you about this very same topic. Hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Do you believe this is concerning for Texas fans, or do you think this is just the state of college football? If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification. I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. We're on a push to 15,000 subscribers. I'd love to have you a part of this channel, and if you enjoyed the content, like and comment down below. Those interactions are massive. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And losing 7 individuals in such a quick time frame to the transfer portal is enough to grab anybody's attention. And people on social medias are talking about it, and look, deservedly so. Like I said, losing 7 people to the transfer portal, that's notable. However, we need to go through this list and gain an understanding of who these individuals are. First and foremost, and the biggest name Texas is set to be losing, backup quarterback Hudson Card. And this is one where you never want to have a quarterback that you have the faith in. At the level of faith this staff has in Hudson Card, leave your program. Hudson Card was tremendous depth, but let's be completely honest here, it makes sense. This is a guy that's been in multiple quarterback battles and has always been a guy that Texas has turned to. So you have to imagine that he's going to go hit the transfer portal and find an institution that's going to give him an opportunity to be a full-time starter, because he's already showed he's got the ability to play and win games for the Texas Longhorns. I imagine an institution is going to grab him out of the portal really quickly. But he is certainly not alone. He is just one of the 7. The next is Troy O'Meary, the wide receiver. And this is someone who Texas fans will tell you they have been very excited about Troy O'Meary for a while, so much so that whenever I'd be talking to them, they'd tell me, hey, there's a guy in the background who he keeps having the injury bug bite him, but if he can get healthy, he is going to be a difference maker. And look, I got an opportunity to watch him play when he was getting healthier, and that guy right there has got a ton of ability. This is someone who I really, really hope hits the portal, finds a home, and has a happy ending, because I think he's a tremendously talented player, and I'd love nothing more than to get a real opportunity to see how gifted he is, and really to see him showcase how gifted he is to all of college football. I think that'd be a fantastic story. I know Texas fans are really wishing this would have been one that works out, because in a perfect world, his ability is one that could have really helped, but the injury bug just kept rearing its ugly head. Staying on the offensive side of the ball is Andre Carrick, the offensive lineman. Once again, a depth piece that Texas is losing, and whenever you're the Texas Longhorns, you're in a rebuilding phase with this coaching staff. You want all the depth pieces you can acquire and hold on to. You never know how often you're going to need to rotate. You never know when the injury bug is going to occur. Having guys that you have faith in is the key. That being said, Texas has recruited the offensive line at an incredibly elite level ever since this new staff came. Kyle Flood has done an incredible job, and the offensive line position, if they keep recruiting it at the level they have, you have to have faith that with this current staff, they're going to fix that area of Texas football, because let's be very transparent here. They've already done such a good job in such a short time addressing the needs of that offensive line and really turning it around. Really excited to see what the future holds for there. So while it's unfortunate that Carrick transfers, you have to be excited about the future of that Texas offensive line so long as the development and the recruiting continues to occur. But now let's flip to the defensive side of the ball, where Texas has 4 guys set to enter the transfer portal thus far. Prince Dorba, the edge, J.D. Coffey, the defensive back, Jameer Johnson, the defensive back, and then DJ Harris, the linebacker. And a similar story for the guys that were on offense, and that in a perfect world, you would love to maintain these guys so that you can have depth. And this really gets us into the question we have to answer. Is this something that should rise to the level of concern for Texas fans, or is this just the state of college football in 2022? And the answer may surprise some people, because it's the same reason why I haven't made videos going in on Texas A&M so far for the guys they've lost to the transfer portal. Even though they've lost some guys that people will tell you they're key losses, and even though Texas lost some guys, and I'm sure people will hop down to the comments and say that's a huge loss, I don't think any of these losses are so surprising that it would warrant rising to the level of concern. I think the writing was on the wall with Hudson Card, and even though it's unfortunate, you would have liked to have thought that maybe there was a chance you could keep him. At the end of the day, you have Quinn Ewers as your starting quarterback. He looks to be the future. And on top of that, Arch Manning is coming in. Malik Murphy is already there. And Malik Murphy's a guy who he has improved so much. If you watch his freshman year of high school to his senior year of high school, that young man improved a ton. I think he's going to be a really exciting prospect. Point being, that quarterback room is loaded. And if we look down this list, yes, once again, you've heard me say it so many times, you would have loved to have kept a lot of these guys to maintain depth. But I don't think that these losses warrant rising to the level of concern. And I think a lot of the losses we've seen when we look around college football right now aren't indicative of a program that needs your concern. They're indicative of the current state of college football in 2022. Now, make no mistake, if top guys on teams start flying to the transfer portal, that's where we'll have a different conversation. That's where we'll start talking about, hey, this is concerning for this team. Hey, there might be something going on in the back burner here that we need to address. And I know there are going to be people saying that for these losses right here, but I'm just of the mindset that this seems more like the transfer portal in college football in 2022, and players exercising their ability to enter the transfer portal to try and find an opportunity where they can showcase their ability to where they can get playing time. I have no doubt that Steve Sarkisian and the Texas staff will be in the transfer portal trying to get some talent as well, because like I always say, the portal giveth, but the portal also taketh. So once again, rounding this out, should Texas be concerned? Personally, I don't think so, and it's for the same reason that whenever I've talked about all of these A&M losses, I've talked about them in the same tone, in the same manner that I have when Alabama has a player that's entered the transfer portal, or that when Oklahoma has had a player that's entered the transfer portal, because I haven't seen anything just quite yet that rises to the level of, hey, keep your eye on that, that's going to be incredibly concerning. I just don't think we've hit that yet. And when we do, make no mistake, I'll be the first to let you know. I just don't think that's this. So very interested in hearing from all of you. Very interested in your thoughts on the transfer portal. I think it is going to be a very active portal season, and y'all already know I'm here for it. Hop down in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. That's it. See ya.